Okay, watch your ears. Ready?
You know, here we are on the final day of the Sand Sculpting Festival, the awards day, and
I think we've eaten our way
Yep.
through this. We've
we
ridden
rode
on
the
rides.
Ferris wheel.
We've just got through listening to this great band Overdrive.
Yeah. First and foremost, I got to say, we have really lucked out. I mean, God is truly smiling on Revere Beach today because all the great thunderstorms that are supposedly going around the state, we've kind of threaded the eye of the needle.
We certainly have. It has been a real hot week, and you know, it's been unbelievable. This is great breeze tonight. It's a beautiful night to be sitting here watching the judging. There's a ton of people on the beach. If you could see it, there's a ton of people. I don't know who's home watching because everybody's here on the beach.
Yeah, and it is. It's so hot that there's still plenty of people literally on the beach, swimming in the water, walking the boulevard. I mean, this whole promenade that's been set up has been worked out really well.
It really has. It was probably the first year that I've seen that I don't think it feels like it's not crowded. Although when you look up or down, it's packed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel so jammed.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
No, I think the planners this year got it right. I really do.
No, I do too. I definitely think they have as well.
Yeah, I know it's been fantastic to see and to watch the sculptures as they've developed all week long. I mean, starting with the centerpiece, the Boston Strong. I mean, that gave us all goosebumps right from the get-go.
It really has. And Revere TV did the time lapse Boston Strong, and I don't know if you've seen it on our webpage,
Yep.
on our Facebook page, but it is fabulous if you get a chance to see that.
So we're going to wrap up this part of the show, and
we have one more announcement.
okay.
We have to wish somebody a happy birthday.
We want to wish Bob Dunbar, our executive director, a very happy birthday.
Tonight's his birthday, and he's been here all day. Happy birthday,
happy
Bob.
birthday, Bob. Not only all day, but all week.
All week. And he's done a great job.
Happy birthday, Bob.
On behalf of the board of the Revere Beach Partnership and the co-host of this event, the City of Revere and the DCR, thank you. I was going to say the Department of Conservation and Recreation. I'll go stick with the acronym. I'd like to welcome you to the 2013 National Sand Sculpting Festival. My name is John Hamill, and I'm the leader of the volunteer board of directors of the Revere Beach Partnership. For those of you that don't know, our organization mission is basically to continue the heritage of Revere Beach as a nearby retreat for working class families throughout New England. This festival, now in its 10th year, has attracted up to 500,000 people over the past few years. And we want to thank all of our sponsors who make it possible for us to have this event and keep it free for everyone. And so let me mention a few. Major sponsors include Mind Lab. Some of you may have participated in their event back here, the Treasure Hunt. Global Petroleum, Suffolk Downs and their partners at Caesars Entertainment, CDM Smith, East Boston Neighborhood Health Center, Mass General Hospital, and Whale-Abrader, a waste management company. I believe I mentioned Mass General and the Revere Health Center here as a sponsor as well. I'd also like to thank the members of our distinguished honorary committee, my fellow board members of the Revere Beach Partnership, and our executive director, Amanda Gorg, and our tireless event staff from FMP Productions, led by our partner, Erin Lynch. Together, this team has managed to raise the bar of this event once again. Here's Erin right here. So with the efforts of everyone that participated, everyone that worked tirelessly to put this on, I really believe that we now have one of the nation's premier beach events. I think it's only going to get better from this point forward. We've raised the bar. We make it more difficult to cross that bar every year, but we intend to do it again next year. Now finally, the reason we're all here, I'd also like to recognize naturally the amazing group of master sculptors that have flown in from all over the country and all over the world. They're right here behind us. So they've been on the stand actually for about a week now, working tirelessly, and they've made these. We've all marveled at the amazing sculptures, both the centerpiece sculpture of the Boston Strong tribute sculpture, and also the individual sculptures. So there are two people I want to introduce before we bring, we actually proceed with the awards ceremony and we unveil the winners of this year's competition. The first person is someone that has been the most supportive person to this event, has pretty much said yes to anything we have asked and has been a big sponsor financially. I want to introduce you the Mayor of Revere, Mayor Daniel Rizzo.
John, thank you very much. And on behalf of the entire city of Revere, I know I see many of our residents out here in the crowd, but I know there's many of you that are not from Revere, but visiting our beautiful beach. And on behalf of the entire city, I want to welcome all of you down to beautiful Revere Beach, as many of you know, America's first public beach. I don't think it's ever been in such great shape as it is today, really. Thank you to the DCR. I know we've got members of our Department of Conservation and Recreation. They've done a terrific job. And to John Hamill, the president of the Revere Beach Partnership, and his amazing board of directors, and everybody else involved, Erin, the sculptors, John gave me way too much credit. These are volunteers that work tirelessly all year long to prepare for this event. And I just want to say on behalf of the entire city of Revere, and I know probably on behalf of those of you that are listening right now and walking up and down the boulevard, I want to give a big, huge thank you to the president, John Hamill, and his great board of directors for a great job that they've done. Some of you may know we're streaming live with Revere TV down here. We're always trying to do things that's trying to keep both our residents and the general public knowledgeable as to what's going on down here on Revere Beach. And we love every opportunity we can to showcase our beach because we're very, very proud of it. And this is just one event. It's a major event, our signature event here in the city that draws, as John alluded to, 500,000 people over the course of a weekend. But we want you to enjoy our beach all summer long. So please, when you're thinking about going to the beach with your families or you want to just get out for a day or a night, please consider Revere Beach. We're a great place to be, and we welcome all people down here as a point of passive recreation, as it's been for so many years. So again, on behalf of the city of Revere, thank you all for being here. Thanks so much.
Okay, I'd like to introduce one other person. Now, Dan is, Mayor Rizzo, a good friend of mine, is obviously here in the city of Revere and extremely supportive. We also have friends on the in the Massachusetts government, in the legislature, also happens to be a very dear friend of mine. I'd like to introduce the second assistant majority leader of the Massachusetts legislature, Representative Kathy Reinstein.
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome, everybody, to the center of the universe, Revere Beach. We are so excited to have you all back here. This is the 10th anniversary. This is an incredible nonprofit, so if anyone wants to donate, please go to www.reverebeachpartnership.org. They put this together every year. The city and the state partnership's incredible. We want to thank all of them. I really want to say thank you to our sculptors. We have a lot of new ones this year, but you know, there's that incredible Boston Strong centerpiece. And a lot of these sculptors over the last 10 years have become like family to all of us and very good friends. And like all of us, when the marathon bombing happened, we all bonded together, and they came early and they put their hearts into that sculpture for all of us. So if you could give them a huge round of applause for them loving Boston as much as we do. We thank you all so much for that. You guys are the best. This is a week we get to visit with our friends and play in the sand. It was a little hot, and I thank everybody for their patience. I want to thank all of you for making this the great festival that it is. Please come back, like the mayor said, and enjoy. Thank you to all of the sponsors. Thank you to everybody that makes Revere Beach so special. And tonight's another night that we're going to make great memories. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you, Representative. I'd also be remiss if I didn't recognize another group. The City of Revere, represented here by Mayor Rizzo, but also represented here by the City Council, allocates $50,000 last year and as well as also again this year. And I'd like to recognize them and ask the City Councils to step forward so we can recognize their contribution as well.
John, thank you so much, and I just want to echo the sentiments of John. Without the cooperation of our City Council, we could never make this happen. So I want to recognize the councilors that are here with us tonight. Councilor Jessica Janino, right over here, and City Council President Ira Novoselsky, who's behind me. And I don't see any other councilors, but it did take the entire City Council to make this happen, so I want to thank them publicly for that. Thanks so much.
And I'm sure you also noticed throughout the entire event that there's been a great presence from our public safety officials. I also want to recognize the Massachusetts State Police, the Revere Police Department, the Revere Fire Department, and all the agencies that are here protecting us. And there was one other person that I mentioned earlier. I just wanted to, she wasn't on the stage, so I wanted to just wave to everyone. So we have an executive director this year. Our organization's growing a little bit. And again, I wanted to thank Amanda Gorg, our executive director, for all her tireless efforts. Thank you, Amanda. Come on. We're streaming on the internet here. Wait. So thank you, Amanda. And again, it was there's an all-volunteer board of directors, but as you can imagine, this can't be accomplished without someone actually doing all the work. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. So it's my pleasure to introduce Meredith Corson of Treasure Island, Florida, the sand sculptor organizer. She's going to share with us the team's vision behind this year's Boston Strong sculpture and also present the results of the 2013 National Sand Sculpting Festival.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here. I was born and raised in Massachusetts, so it's near and dear to my heart. We had an incredible subject matter to work with for the centerpiece this year. It was very emotional, it was very powerful, and we had an incredible crew that helped us. But before that all happens, there's the design. And the design for the sculpture was created by Dan Doubleday. He puts it down on paper, but it's up to the sculptors to translate that into sand. And they did an amazing job, so I'd like to thank Dan Belcher, Jonathan Bouchard, Joby, Benjamin Probanzo, Chris Ginto, and Sue McGrew. And of course, Dan Doubleday. These are the sculptors that worked on the centerpiece to bring the Boston Strong to life. I'm not sure the word to use, but the way we describe the sculpture is that the skyline of Boston is being supported by the majesty of the American freedom symbol, which is the eagle. The eagle has his wings spread, protecting the runners and also intercepting evil by removing the snake. That's the way I can describe it. Thank you. I do have some other people to thank, and it would be horrible to not mention these people because so much time and effort goes into it. We've been out on this beach for probably about 10 days now. With the 5 extra sculptors, there was a lot of preparation. So I would like to thank the tech crew, Ben, our son, Ben Doubleday, our grandson, Nick Doubleday, I'd also like to thank some volunteers that came in to help. 2 more of our children, Mackenzie and Kendall, are somewhere here, and Anthony. They were all a big part of it. I have a husband and wife team. Deborah Catulli works with us every year. She worked on the centerpiece with me, working on all the logos. And also her husband, Artie. I see you out there, Artie. Artie helped as well. And I would be remiss to not mention our Sandcastle lesson team, which is Sandy Castle and Raymond Poria. All right, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the sand sculptors one at a time. They've been out there for 30 hours over the last 4 days in really excruciating heat, and they stuck with it. Thank you. In plot number 1, Justin Gordon from Groveland, Mass. Just come forward so they, yeah. In plot number 2, Benjamin Provanza from Acapulco. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Justin's piece was called Watering Hole, plot number 1. And Benjamin's is Listening to Life and Death. Plot number 3 from Tiverton, Rhode Island, Steve Topazio. His sculpture was Phoenix Rising. And plot number 4, all the way from Holland, Edith van der Wettering with My Own Quiet Place. The next sculptor, I think you all know him. He's been here a few years and he's made quite a name for himself. Joby with Let Me Spread Ink, Jonathan Bouchard. Next we have Marianne Vandenborg from Key West, Florida. Into the Fold. Next is Dan Belcher from St. Louis, Missouri, Breaking Out. Sue McGrew from Tacoma, Washington, Imprinted. Dan Doubleday from Treasure Island, Florida, A Piece of Kale. For those of you who weren't here earlier this week, Dan had a devastating collapse yesterday with just 1 hour to go. So what you see on the beach was created in 5 hours. Next is Chris Ginto from Key West, Florida. The Wasteland is his sculpture. Amazing Walter from South Padre Island, Texas. Step up. Another sculptor all the way from Holland, Wilfred Starger with Moving In. And from Carmel, California, Rusty Croft, Peace of Mind. From South Padre Island, Texas, Sandy Feet, Encroachment. And last but certainly not least, from Latvia, Sandis Kondrats, Soundwave. Quite a talented group of people. I would like to bring up Adrian. She is going to be handing out the medals and the money. I'm glad Adrian's here because she's been our right hand she's been out there on that beach as much as we have. Every minute. I think the sculptor's favorite part is when she comes around with the popsicles at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we're going to start with 4th place with a prize of $2,000. Edith van der Wettering. Her sculpture is My Own Quiet Place. In 3rd place, with a prize of $3,000, Benjamin Probanza from Acapulco. In 2nd place, with a prize of $4,000, Dan Belcher. We're going to give out the People's Choice Award now, and that's the one that all of you voted for if you were here when the People's Choice boxes were out. And your choice for People's Choice, which is a $1,000 prize, goes to Amazing Walter. Before I give out 1st place, we do have one more award. For those of you that aren't aware with the judging, the sculptors judge each other. They judge every piece except their own. They know what to look for. There's different criteria. And what we do after that, they have to follow the criteria when they're judging. That's what they look at. But when all that is said and done, we ask them what is their favorite sculpture. If they didn't have to put numbers and add anything up, if they just went out there, what would be the sculpture they would pick? We call it the Sculptor's Choice Award, and there is no cash value to it. It is strictly bragging rights, and it's very respected amongst the sculptors themselves. The Sculptor's Choice this year is Jonathan Bouchard, Joby. Okay, drum roll. 1st place for the 10th annual 2013 Revere Beach National Sand Sculpting Festival, Joby. That is the 4th year in a row. The title of his piece is Let Me Spread Ink. All right, I'm going to turn the mic back over to John. Thank you, sculptors. Please give them a nice big round of applause.
Thank you, Meredith. Okay, wanted to close up the ceremony with a couple last remarks. As I mentioned earlier, I want to invite everyone to go see our sponsor, Mind Lab. They have a metal detector treasure quest activity right behind the stage. They're a big sponsor of ours this year. Participate in their activity and thank them for their sponsorship. I also want to ask you all to frequent the food trucks. We added a food truck festival this year. There's lots of nice delights. It's all the way down the beach. Hopefully, if you haven't already taken some of it in, please do. And lastly, many of us here, Revere is our hometown. We take a lot of pride in the city. We take a lot of pride in the beach. This event, it's important to us. These sculptures, we want to thank the sculptors for gracing the beach with these works of art. But I think it's important that we ask you explicitly to please protect these sculptures. They can be here for another 3 to 4 weeks, as long as we make sure that if we see folks touching them, we tell them not to. So, again, I want to thank the sculptors. I want to thank all of the elected officials that have made this possible, and I want to thank our sponsors. One last comment. I mentioned this earlier. Our fireworks spectacular has been moved to tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We'll be back on this stage at 6:30 with a short speaking presentation, and we're here till 10 o'clock with lots of additional entertainment. Thanks again, and have a great evening.
Don't leave me. We won't leave you. We're still here.
We're still here.
So what'd you think? What a surprise, Joby once again.
I know. Joby once again. It was great. So what do you say?
Yeah.
But I knew Dan Belcher was in there.
Yeah. Dan Belcher, again, he was third, second. Now I forget already. Second.
Dan was second.
And he should be.
Yes.
Yes. And he was my favorite one. Benjamin was third, so at least one of my choices got in there.
I think we were pretty close.
Yeah,
and they were excellent. And of course, the people's choice was the sandcastle.
Amazing Walter. And all week long as we're on the beach, people are going.
We could get a little interview going here if we wanted to. Are
Chris.
you coming down, Chris, to talk to us? We'll make it a live.
Here we go. Chris, lo siento mucho, mi amigo.
Chris?
I've been to a lot of sand sculpting competitions, but not as one as rigged as this one. Rigged! 4 years in a row? Rigged. I want to tally the votes. I don't trust.
But I have one question for you, Chris. You guys do the voting.
I didn't vote for him. I never vote for him.
We thought yours was on.
Yes, we
was
did.
The best. Let me tell you something. I put you up there in the top 3.
Oh, that's not good enough. Top 1. You're either you're either a hero or a 0.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
So you're saying I was top 3, so that means I was third, so I'm a second place loser, basically.
No comment.
Yeah.
I'm pleading the 5th. We love you.
Oh.
Please come back.
I will. As long as Joby breathes air and he's got air in his lungs, I will be there to try and defeat him.
Yeah, that's right. Your arch nemesis.
Superman needs Lex Luthor to be Superman.
Yes, the nemesis.
I am coming for you, Joby, next year. Count on it.